thank you for contacting Wave Support. I see from your clinical request you're looking for assistance in trying to get your lenses to fit a little bit better. Well, if you look at the designs, first thing to notice with this patient, you have a couple diopters of corneal cylinder. So as you know, your two principal meridians are right about here and this way. So I notice that you went with the G-SIM design, and based on the patient's previous contact lens history, it looks like you tried to match that lens pretty closely. It looks like you did a pretty nice job of that. But keeping in mind with this patient, I believe, of Asian descent with some potentially tighter lids, that lid-lens interaction may cause that lens to want to either ride along this meridian or this one. So I might recommend that you try to use the shape of that cornea to your advantage and maybe get some back surface toricity on that lens to see if you can mimic that. The best way to do that, what I find helpful if I bring up a design, I notice when you first opened up this original design of yours that you average the corneal astigmatism. And that kind of smooths out the areas of transition here. I might recommend that you don't average the astigmatism to give you more true corneal representation. If you remember, this right here is what Wave deciphers the corneal topography. So you can see it when I did not average it, I got a very nice close representation there. And I chose to go with a G-SIM design, try to get some back surface toricity on that lens. And by doing that, you get a lens that very nicely matches in all meridians here. So using this type of design, I think you're more likely to get a lens that's going to probably want to center over those two principal meridians and allowing that lens to not drift off to the side as much. Now, you also mentioned that you'd had some adherence issues. That could be a result of the lens decentering. But also, if you tend to find lenses fitting on a little tighter side, keep in mind that when you use axial design as used, axial tends to look very closely at the central part of the cornea and not as closely at the peripheral part. Tangential tends to look a little bit more precisely at the peripheral corneal area and not so much at the central part. In the end result, tangential lenses tend to be maybe about a half diopter flatter than axial lenses. So quite often if I have a lens that's fitting a little on the snugger side, I want to get a little extra movement, I just switch over from axial to tangential, and that seems to solve a lot of that issue. So with that said, I would probably use the same philosophy on both the right and the left eye. I looked at your left design, it looked very similar, and I think that'll help you get these lenses centering better and more consistently. Well, with that said, good luck with this case, and thank you for contacting Wave Support. Have a great day.